Good evening. This is David Lynn, and you're with me for a Saturday episode of Coffee Talk, number 553 live stream. It is right at 7 p.m. This is January the 24th, 2026. And we got a lot of good topics for this evening. Nice and cold here in Victoria, Texas. Temperatures dropping. It's been moist outside. And expecting a freeze tonight. Uncle Al by Bullfrog 79. Just got through watching your video from yesterday, and good video. So February the 1st, it's going to be another Democratic use expression shit show. Excuse my language. God help us if they do another shutdown. Don't know what to tell you. Do not know what to tell you. KP Heathen, my friend, how's it going? I periodically add to my stock of self-defense protection. Went and bought a .22 caliber Sidekick 9-shot revolver. Got you can change out the cylinders. 22 long rifle and 22 Magnum. Of course, I'm gonna usually use it with 22 Magnums for my wife. It's a nice little self-defense pistol. I won't really call it a pocket pistol because it's pretty hefty for a 22 caliber, but I think it'd be good for my wife. Yoda, my friend, how are you doing? How's the power where you're at? I take it you still got power in your area because the towers are working. One thing you have to consider is you can have power in your cell phone, but if the tower down the way is not working because it doesn't have power, the internet's going to be down. Hello, Gary. I was over on Miss Anne Marie Angel's live stream for a little while this afternoon, and they were going through the routine, making a puzzle, talking about how things are going. Hello, Melinda. Good to have you here. Melinda is a friend from Louisiana, the next state over, going back east. Seven watching and 6 lives. That's nice. Appreciate thumb number 5. Social Butterfly. Hello, Nicole. Nicole's got got a good channel, a good sense of humor. Ice storms, then 3 days of darkness. Oh, you gonna have a power outage? Gotta hope not. I hope not. When I was over getting that pistol this morning, I went to a place called Victoria All Sports. Just want to go in, see what they had. I've been meaning to get my wife a 22 Magnum. I think that'd be a good one for a small woman. 9-shot revolver. I like a little bit longer barrel, so it's got a 4-inch barrel, which it's a nice weapon. Enrique on Kael, how you doing? Anyway, there's somebody in there, and we were talking about power outage, and I had said no, I don't think so. You know, Texas has its own grid. When Texas got in trouble during the snowpocalypse here a few years ago, it was all this woke green energy crap. Nothing wrong with solar power. I've got solar power. Um, I've got solar panels on my roof going into a battery bank, lithium iron um, batteries, 100 amp batteries in my kitchen. Basically intend to use it for 12 volt because 12 volt draws a lot less power than 110. You got an inverter, and thing is about the inverter, when you got it on, it's going to be draining your batteries even when you're not drawing a load. Whereas with 12 volts, you're not going to have that problem. But at any rate, we were talking about it and how when we had the hurricane Harvey, which is the only hurricane we've had since I've been here, and I've been here for like 21 years since I moved from Corpus to Victoria, which is a couple hours north of Corpus, right at 2 hours. Corpus is a lot larger city, it's coastal, big port, and 300 and some odd thousand people. Victoria has a population a little under 70,000, about 100,000 people in the county. It's nice, you know, very red run area. At any rate, been testing my propane generator. Sounds good, Uncle Al. Sounds good. I point out that, you know, when we had the situation in the power outage, basically what they had was they had a brownout where we had power. Our generators were producing power, but they were basically shunting power from one area to another, sharing out the power because the grid wasn't putting out enough power at that time to completely power everything with the draw that it needed. Well, when we had the hurricane and the power was out for about a week, the water was out too. There was no power to pump the water. So they solved that problem because the city council said, we just need to have generators for the water plant. So they took care of that one. So if there was a hurricane and there was a power outage, you know, the power was down, the grid was down in the area, we didn't lose natural gas because there are people who had Generac generators that they continued to be able to they were able to run their generators on natural gas because some areas the city have natural gas lines, so that there are people like in my neighborhood who had electricity when the grid was down. You know, when Harvey hit it's been 8-9 years ago, and one of the things they've been doing is they understand that, you know, you're not going to get solar in wintertime, and the turbines that they had, the wind turbines, iced over and froze. So they're making more common sense decisions about keeping the coal power plants running. We have power plants that run on coal and other what they call environmentally unfriendly sources to fuel them. And they're basically telling the woke to go, do something with themselves. I'm always being told, do an unboxing. So here is an unboxing. This came in the mail, and this is how it came. Came in the mail. What in the world are these? Well, you plug this in, you charge it up, you screw this on, all right, now well, it helps the bloody things will fit. Oh, I'm not happy about this. Doesn't want to fit. Here we go. Well, it started. God dang it. The idea is you screw this on. Let's try this one. Maybe it's a little bit off in the size. You screw this on, it's got a button on the end of it. See, it goes in, there's a button, you push the button, and it makes it power it without, it'll power it without having it plugged into a light, but you can hang it. I'll mess with it later. Might have to send it back, you never know. The damn things don't work. Anyway, you get stuff that's made in China, doesn't always work. Miss Anne Marie Angel, how are you doing, young lady? Thank you for coming in. Sorry I missed your entry. I was fooling around with something I just got in through the mail. And I do have some other ones that work just fine. So I don't know what to tell you about that. Anne Marie's making a puzzle, 1,000-piece puzzle. She's been working on it for a couple of weeks. It's a nice project that she has going. I've been wearing a cordage latest picture of my first grandchild, little Ulysses. Beautiful baby boy. My daughter Gigi's son. He's a little, probably in that picture there, he's probably about 6 weeks old. He was born the early part of. He was born the early part of December. Thank you, Nicole. He is sweet. Yes. Yes. So we get into, we're 15, 16 minutes into the live stream, 10 in the house. We get into topics. One thing that I didn't write down as a topic, but that happened today, there was another incident up in Minnesota, in Minneapolis, where they're having all the trouble with the anti-ICE, and the illegals basically run things up there, and lots of grief. They were trying to serve a warrant on a criminal illegal alien, and he was armed, and he resisted arrest, and they shot and killed him. The ICE shot and killed him, and they're raising hell about that. But it's like, you know, the governor, the mayor, they're on the verge of open rebellion. And the president, how's it going, Peter? The president is on the verge of invoking the Insurrection Act, and if he does so, I would expect you're going to have U.S. military and probably special forces or people who are trained to go in and dig out and deal with these type of subversive types. They did it in Afghanistan. They did it in Iraq, where you go house to house and have to basically clean them out. You know, it's not a good situation. They're going after the criminal illegals that came in. A lot of them, you had Venezuela, Colombia, some of these Central American countries that basically opened the doors to their prisons and say, go to the United States. And they're thinking that maybe 1.5 million seriously undesirable types came in, and they've been trying to specifically go after them. But when they get other people who are with them that are illegal, they take them. But they're not just going after the illegals, but they'll take whoever they get when they go after the criminal ones. If you got some people with you, they'll take them too. How is everyone doing? Let's see what we got. Hello, drummer. Please leave a like to support the channel. It will be greatly appreciated. You seem like a cool guy to drink a beer outside of the garage with. Yes, I try to be. I really don't drink the way I used to, and I was never really a beer drinker. It would be more like R&R with a Pepsi or some such, or back in the day I used to drink Crown and Coke. Iced Crown and Coke. Back in the days. Never really been a big beer drinker, but I have been known to, you know, I tend to like the German beers. Belinda's Country Living. Hello, young lady. How are you doing? Thank you for coming. You're getting snow. God bless you. My daughter, who is up in Fort Worth, is getting snow. Snowpocalypse. Yep, perhaps. Perhaps a snowpocalypse. So let's get into topics. Now, these are compliments of Uncle Al. Happy topic number 6 of You Suck at Preparing series. Appetite fatigue caused by eating your mouse motel food buckets more than a week. All right, Uncle Al will refer to freeze-dried food buckets, long-term food storage buckets of different types of food that you would reconstitute with water, boiling water usually. He refers to that as no snow here, all ice, 1 inch on the trees. Well, God bless you. In food forest permaculture. How you doing, Howie? I may do a video of some of my I may start doing a few videos of firearms that I own and just little general type short. Well, they won't be shorts; they'll be videos, or it might be short, But I'll show a few of the weapons that I have. Don't want to do it on a live stream, but no problem doing it on a video. At any rate, appetite fatigue. So the idea is, my wife suffers from, I never suffer from appetite fatigue. I could eat a potato and egg, or a bean and egg, or a egg with cheese and bacon taco every day for the rest of my life, and I would not have food fatigue. I don't have food fatigue when I eat oatmeal, and I could eat oatmeal every day for the rest of my life, and I would not have food fatigue. I am I'm very predictable in what I eat. I'm very predictable in what I drink. I love coffee. I drink 3-4 cups of coffee every day, and I don't have issues. Yes, Uncle Al, I just said that I would not show a firearm on a live stream. Ark Wildman Survival, hello. It's been a while. Thank you for coming in, sir. Appreciate it. Ark Wildman has a wonderful channel. Back in the days when I wasn't working, there was a period of time when I wasn't working after I retired, and periodically, and usually during the summers, because I'm teaching now. I'm not an administrator, so I'll have a couple months off in the summer. I can watch a lot more channels. I can spend a lot more time. I'll spend 8-10 hours a day just doing YouTube during the summertime, and I give a lot more people views, and I do a lot more viewing everything they put out, and I follow quite a few channels. And then, when you do that, then people follow you more, and then my views go up, and then the number of views on videos and such go up and all. Same thing with my live streams, would go up. Right now, I do a live stream, and I'll have anywhere from 50 to 70 views, maybe 75 views sometimes. Back when I was a lot more active on my channel, I'd have a couple hundred views. Like 200 for a 1 hour live stream, I'd have 200 views or more, and you can go back and look at some of the older ones, and they'll tell you how many views I had, and I'll have a significant number of views for a 1 hour live stream. But it is what it is, and I don't have the time, with work and everything, to do that. It's everything I can do to do my 1 hour live stream on the weekends, because I usually live stream Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. When I'm not working, I'll try to do 1 or 2 during the week, and I'll do maybe a Monday one, and I'll maybe a Wednesday, or maybe a Thursday one, but I'll try to do a couple during the week when I'm not working. So the psychological mental collapse from eating the same gray food slop until your will is drunk to drain out. Uncle Al, that's when you die. Mental and your body says no. Well, if I got food, I'll be eating it. This is like rice and beans, bean and rice. I got tons of that stored up in Mylar bags and freeze dried, and you know. So you want to have a couple of years worth of food? It is what it is. This is like I got tons of powdered milk, freeze dried milk, freeze dried juice, freeze dried beverages, freeze dried coffee. Um, you know, it is what it is, and just your creature of habit. I love lemonade. I can drink lemonade every day. Used to be addicted to Cokes. Don't do that anymore. Got to watch the sugar. Don't. Well, when I do drink a soda, it's usually a Diet Coke. I'll drink Diet Coke, and sometimes I'll drink Diet Pepsi or Pepsi Zero. It is what it is. Mike Crusher reviews. Mike, I'm going to try tomorrow to do a food review. I'm going to do an MRE review. I've got people on my back to do menu number 4. I'm up to menu number 4 in my case that I opened up, and I'm going to try to do the spaghetti, which is my favorite. Mike is my go-to guy for ration reviews and freeze-dried food reviews and just food reviews. He does excellent food reviews, and he is my number one go-to guy. I watch him more than I watch Steve 89. However, Mike hasn't put out anything recently. At least perhaps I'm behind. Hadn't been noticing. I got to go over and check to see if he's put out anything recently. But I had been promising to do menu number 4. I had menu number 4. Got the bag open. Spaghetti with beef and sauce. Just gotta wash the tray. Probably got dust in it. It's been sitting there waiting. I want to try to get that one done because I got a couple of people that are on my back to go ahead and do menu number 4. Covered with dust. No cobwebs, Uncle Al. Just maybe a little bit of dust. Okay, Uncle Al's survivalist secret. Popcorn kernels. Cheap and easy. A simple movie snack. But sheeple and preppers don't get it until too late. Do the math. As you chew on MRE bars, 1 cup of kernels equals to 8 cups of hot, fluffy food. A 5-gallon bucket of kernels feeds a family for months. Try that with rice, beans, and MRE bars. I like popcorn. No problem with popcorn. Holly Ivans, how are you doing, young lady? Thank you for coming. JC, how's it going? Good to have you. I'm glad you're doing okay. I haven't, I guess Barbara's still on her break from YouTube because I have not seen her recently. Barbara is the little lone prepper. She is back east too. So Uncle Al goes on to say that the lizard part of the prepper brain has been screaming since the grid collapse and the power is gone. Awaken ancient survival mechanics. See a bowl of hot snack food. They stopped panicking and started chowing down on hot buttered popcorn. Instant happiness. Meanwhile, the sheeple and preppers are freaking out. Hot, salty snack food brings a sense of peace and normalcy. Yeah, I eat it sometimes. Get it stuck in my teeth. The little kernels sometimes get stuck in your teeth. Like, oh, I'm trying to pick that stuff out. But I love popcorn. I have nothing against it. Plus a backup plan with popcorn kernels. It's corn, stupid. Make Ma's cornmeal. Grinding it up, simple. Not rocket science. Corn mush, corn cakes, cornbread, tortillas. Good stuff. Very good stuff. Have you tried ketchup and popcorn taste like French fries? No, I have not had. Barbara's taking care of her mom. Okay. I've got her number. I might send her a text message. Stockpile 10 pounds of kernels per person in Mylar bags, then buckets. As sheeple and preppers eat their gray, bland mouse motel food bucket. Mouse motel. No, I don't have any mice. It's not a motel for them. And if I mention dust, then Uncle Al has to say cobwebs. No, I don't have cobwebs. Hubby's doing better. I'm glad. I'm glad of that. As sheeple and preppers eat their gray, bland mouse motel food bucket, Uncle Al will be chomping on hot buttered popcorn near the campfire. Well, time for a happy topic. Oh, yes, and broccoli. Now, I had broccoli the other day, Dave. I had broccoli at lunch. I had broccoli at lunch at school. It's one of my vegetables. Uncle is always on me about eating broccoli, so yep, I ate some broccoli. Happy topic number 7. You suck at preparing series. Unprepared die from dehydration. Uncle Al's dirty survivalist trick. Strawberry jello packets and salt. Think about it. What's missing ingredient in Gatorade? Gelatin. We will discuss more on this topic. Yes, Uncle Al's a wise man. Happy topic 8. Trump DOJ subpoenas all Minnesota Democrats in Minneapolis over conspiracy against the U.S. It has begun. U.S. Marshals, FBI, and Special Forces are targeting all involved. Now, back to happy topic 7. Dehydration, the silent killer of the Old West. From diarrhea, norovirus, dysentery, caused by bad water or water improperly treated. Bad prepared food, poorly cooked food, spoiled food, mouse motel food. My wife complained about my hamburger today. She's got to complain about every damn thing I do. She said it wasn't cooked. I said, bullshit. Excuse me. I ate the same damn thing she did. We had cheeseburgers, lettuce, tomatoes, onion, uh, cheese. I toasted the bun, uh, 350 degrees for 35 minutes on the meat. 1/3 pound patties. Said 25 minutes. I cooked it an extra 10. I cut it in half. There was no pink in there. But she complained. I did a rub on it. I put garlic salt on it. I gave her salt and pepper to put whatever she wanted on it, and she had to complain about it. So I was like, damn. I said, next time I'll burn the damn thing for her. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, the AI is killing me. And then Uncle Al says, examples see Oregon Trail, Civil War, Old West, and World War One. Plain pure water won't save you. For diarrhea and vomiting, your body loses massive fluids. 2-part slow death. You're dying from dehydration. You're dying from hemorrhaging out electrolytes and proteins. Sodium and potassium, the sudden shock of pure water causing hyponatria in your body. Heart and brain shutting down. Hospital staff and ER staff uses oral rehydration solution at $50 a pop in IV bags. But during a collapse or grid down scenario, no Gatorade, no IV, no hospital, you die. Now, the smart people that listen to crazy old Uncle Al, hospital in a box. From the grocery store shelf, Jello, strawberry gelatin, a miracle for $1 that the hospital charges you $50 to $70 for an IV bag. Sugar, gelatin, and add a pinch of salt. Dirt cheap oral rehydration solutions. Sodium and potassium are replaced in the bloodstream. Sugar provides glucose. Gelatin provides protein to repair the gut lining from dysentery. Not rocket science. Yeah, everybody's got thumb issues. It's the finger, not the middle finger, Gary. The finger. I point. Psychology and common sense. For frightened sheeple and preppers, strawberry flavor is a moral boost. For women, disabled, elderly, and children in shock and panic. This prevents weakening the body from stress and anxiety. Bring comfort and hope, morale boost, psychological health. 15 boxes minimum. Must be vacuum sealed to keep moisture out of the jello. Turns into the concrete. Properly sealed will last for 15 years. Yes, I know. Gary's got this thing for the middle finger. He's also got a thing for 8-pound chickens. But don't tell him I told you. As I look at the scroll, I'm also getting comments from people leaving on my videos. Eagle Scout 1104 commented, I saw you were a principal and thought, no way. Yes, way. Mm. Yes, it's a long story. Goes back to Christmas. Um, Gary paid an outrageous sum for a very small turkey. Very small turkey. I think it was like an 8-pound turkey. And I had made a comment on their stream about it being an 8-pound chicken. Because, I mean, it's like an 8-pound turkey. Our Christmas turkey was like 23 pounds, and that was not a huge turkey. And he paid an outrageous sum for an 8-pound turkey. And I'm thinking, 8-pound turkey was a juvenile, juvenile turkey. So sure it wasn't just a decent sized chicken. And that's been a running joke. Oh, Gary. Mm. Yeah, it's a phase. It was a phase. Oh no, not the chickens. Yes, it's the chickens. Bloody chickens. That I got that. My father used to use that term, bloody. He'd say bloody this and bloody that. Um, my father was very old school Southerner, and he lived at a time when they did the transition from horses to automobiles. He said he remembered going with his father as a teenager when his father bought their first vehicle and bought their first Ford. And this would have been back in the 20s, probably. The 1920s, 100 plus years ago. Oh, God, here we go into the Arctic. 1:40 a.m. in England. Yes, it is. It's quite late, and God bless them for coming into my live stream. It is quite late where they're at. It's about 7:45 here in the States in central time in Texas, which they call it Chicago time. And we're in Central Standard Time. But over in the UK, it's 1:45 in the morning about. Thank y'all for coming. Apparently, the Trump administration is on the verge, or they got a deal for something involving Greenland. Uh, Nobody ever seriously thought that the United States was going to invade Greenland. Hell, we got bases up there. We got Thule Air Force Base. At one time, we had 17 bases in Greenland. We can have any base we want up there. I'm sure they're going to make some sort of agreement for security. They've already got an agreement for security, but they're going to make some sort of increased agreement for security and probably put some more people up there, put some funds up there. They're talking about this Golden Dome defense system, and I think that what that is going to be a series of laser weapons that we have the technology to make now. A laser, basically a laser weapon. You've got the laser traveling at the speed of light, so you think, well, oh, it's a hypersonic missile. Nothing can shoot it down. Well, a hypersonic missile might be traveling at 5, 6, 7 times the speed of sound, and a laser is traveling at the speed of light. And trust me, you can't dodge that laser. They're already deploying them, and they're basically just upping the power on them. So they call it the Golden Dome, and basically they're putting them on ships now to deal with that. You don't have to necessarily fire a missile to shoot down something coming at you. You can basically just aim your laser and just, hit it with your laser, and it just basically is using electricity that your ship's generating. So it's a lot cheaper to function, but they're also basically deploying them on land. What's for dinner? God's honest truth, I had a bowl of cereal. Had a nice breakfast plate this morning, 3 eggs, grits, some cheese on it, a few strips of bacon. That was breakfast. Lunch again, late lunch, about 2:30, was the cheeseburgers. And honestly, mine was damn good. My wife didn't eat hers, and she said she ate cereal. So I said, the hell with it. For supper, I'm just going to have some cereal. I'm not going to worry about her cooking or anything like that. Mazers, not lasers. Call it what you will, Uncle Al. Yes, well, it is very English. My father was very English, Welsh. The Lynn, Howell. My grandmother was a Howell. My grandfather was a Lynn, my father's side of the family. I've got German grandparents, Bavarians, from on my mother's side of the family, and the Irish. Nothing more Irish than a Gallagher or an Odom. Well, I'm sure. You really do not want to piss off the United States. The United States is the big dog, and we're the head of our alliance with the West and with the East. We've got an Eastern alliance. They might, it'd be something other if they all joined up into NATO. But the thing is that NATO is North Atlantic. They'd have to call it a different name for the Pacific. But I mean, we've got an alliance over there. Australia, New Zealand, Japan. Japan's our number one ally over there, and they're very well armed, and they've got a big navy. South Korea, the Philippines. We're back into Subic Bay, reopening bases over there. I tell you, if I didn't live here, I'd probably want to live over in the Philippines, be a patriot bro. Ah, Lordy. Of course, Uncle Al never let me live it down. Heinz 57, yep, that's what it is. Cito. Okay, Cito. Whereas Uncle Al is an Alan Sato. Satow. But he's saying Cito, I guess, is the alliance over in the Pacific. My dad's side is from England and Irish, Scottish, and somewhat ding dong. Yes, I hear you, Holly. 13 in the house, 16 likes. Southeast Asia Treaty Organization. Now, I'm hearing, and they're talking about the Chinese. They really want Taiwan, and they're going to wreck themselves to try to get it. Their Supreme Commander Z is an idiot. And I can say that about certain socialists. They're just a bunch of damned idiots. Communist, socialist. I don't know. Why can't we all just get along? Think about all the damn money that we're wasting. The money that we are wasting having to keep large militaries. The arms race. Just absolutely idiotic. Look at the damn war over in Ukraine with the Russians. millions of people dying, fighting over it. It's still going to be there. Everybody's got access to it. Um, and don't give me this crap about, oh, you take Ukraine. The Nazis were threatening. There are no Nazis in the Ukraine. The Nazis are no longer around. We got rid of them. The Russians got rid of them. The British, the Americans, the French, everybody got rid of the bloody Nazis. They're no longer there. Matter of fact, they're more socialist than anything now. And old Gallagher, we may be related because I'm a Gallagher. My great grandmother, Martha Gallagher. Now there's a name for you, Gallagher. Was married to David Charles Odom, my great grandfather, and I'm named David Odom after him. Everybody in my bloody family is named David Odom. Actually, the wife's got the fireplace going in our den. I was sitting out there for a while. Got a new video I'm gonna load up on my dog. One of my dogs is they're sitting there, they're snoring right bumped up against me. He's an older dog. He's old. He's white in the face, just like me. And hopefully he lives another 10 years, but I don't know how much time he's got. It'll be very painful when he goes. We lost a dog a couple of years ago, Ford, brown lab. We had him from birth. We owned his parents. 2 black labs, Pepper and Max. And we had 2 litters by her before we had her spayed. And we had kept a yellow lab and we kept a brown lab. And they're both gone. But they had long lives. They lived about 12 years or so, I guess, which is for a big dog. I mean, they were 100-pound dogs. Now we have Maya, who's a female, and she's way overweight. She at one point she weighed 140 pounds. So we just fed that dog. I said, that dog, excuse Uncle Al, nothing offensive intended, but that dog was a Mexican dog because that damn dog was a fat female. And no offense to Hispanics, a lot of them in my family, and they just tend to balloon out once they get mature. And I guess we just fed her too much. But that, I used to tell my wife, my wife's Hispanic, says that dog's Hispanic. That's a Mexican. I'm sorry. Uncle Al start getting on me. You're making ethnic comments. Yeah, there's an awful lot going on in the world, all of the strife. Word has it there will be a government shutdown February the 1st, another government shutdown. The Democrats think that will hurt the Republicans in the upcoming midterms. It will hurt the economy. They're doing anything they can to try to discredit the Republicans to try to retake the House. They think they've got a good shot at retaking the House. And if they do, they'll try to impeach President Trump again. They'll try to do everything they can to make sure not one popular or one positive thing happens. The national debt hit $39 trillion. It's not good. Not good. Not good at all. Mom of 4 boys. Hello, Rachel. How are you doing? Thank you for coming. Oh, and I haven't seen Scott this evening, but I need to send him a text. He should get his box. He was the subscriber winner, the latest subscriber winner. He should get his box Thursday. I got his box sent off for him. And working on the next one. I'm about a little over a third of the way there. So, and congratulations to Uncle Al. Uncle Al hit 2,700. Hit 2,700. He hit 2,701. Congratulations. I'm working on the next one. My channel goes for a long time without growing at all, and then it grows in a hurry. So I have been told that I will be at about 2,500 by Easter. I don't know. I don't know. I was growing 100 a month for a while, over 100 a month for a while. And then we have Dave over there growing like 100 a day, just about. He's past 45,000 now. I used to have a bigger channel than him, but he blew up. There are some channels that just basically take off and grow like weeds. They might change they change up their content a little bit and it just blows up. I don't think YouTube likes my content that much, truthfully. Oh, Enrique. About 6 weeks old. Ulysses in Ulysses Henry. Hello, pet. How's it going? I had said you were concerned about the weather where you're at. I had told Dave that you live near him. You're from Georgia too. You're in Georgia too. He's in North Georgia. And he asked, do you think she's near the mountains? I said, well, the only mountain around Atlanta would be Stone Mountain. Beautiful area. He's up northern, near the mountains, up northern Georgia. And he said it's going to be down around 11 degrees. Now that's going to be cold, 11 degrees. You're in the Augusta, Georgia area? Okay. $1,500 a live stream. Well, now, previously when I was not working, and I was a lot more active on my channel, and I'd put in 8 or 10 hours a day, sometimes doing live streams and doing my videos, and I was putting out 1 or 2 good videos a week and such, growing. I'd have a couple hundred people on my live stream. I'd live stream for an hour and I'd have 175, 200 people come through my live stream, come into my live streams. I mean, the last live stream I did, I think I had 60. The one yesterday, I think I had 60, 65 people come through. The one from last Sunday, I had like about 70. You know, I try to keep track of my statistics, who's there, how many people are involved, what they, you know. Started snowing about 6 p.m. Vay's place. Hello, Vay. Verna. How's it going, Verna? I don't think we're going to have any snow. Do not think we're going to have any snow. Hey, Mike, where are you on your content? When do we get the next video out? I'm going to try to do tomorrow menu number 4, USMRE menu number 4. I had was talking to Gary this afternoon on his live stream, and he had been saying that he would pay like 16 pounds or so for USMRE over in England, in UK. And a pound translates, I think, somewhere around $1.40. So 1 pound to $1 is $1.40. So it'd be a hell of a lot more expensive, probably 30-ish. And he said, well, what do you pay over here? I said, well, I really don't buy the individuals, but if you were to order an individual one, it'd probably be like $16, $17, like on Amazon for just one. I said I prefer the Canadian IMPs, and but one thing you have to understand, Canada has a military. Canada's military is 40,000 people. Our military is right at 2 million people. So when you start talking about rations, they can afford to do a lot. They can afford to do a better ration, put better stuff in their ration, because they don't make near as many of them. So it doesn't break the bank. Whereas for the United States, they have to make millions of the things. And therefore they're not bad rations, and they're good to eat rations and everything, but the Canadian ones are a little bit better. They put a little bit more in them. Like if they put like a drink powder in it, they'll put 2. The components that they put, some of the components that they put are a little bit better, and the thing is, they can afford to put a little bit more in theirs because they don't make near as many of them. And that's one of the things that I commented about. But I like and it's hard to get the IMPs over here, the bloody border patrol, or the food police, as you call them. You try to bring food across the border. They don't want you to bring anything that's meat related across the border because they'll confiscate it. So there are people who have they'll order stuff from Europe. They'll order like German or French or British or whatever. And when they come through customs, they'll open the damn things up and they'll take the mains out. They'll take out anything that's like a meat component or something. It's just absolutely horrible that they do. And they don't show any kindness when they open the damn things. They just tear the damn things up. And then who wants that? Who wants that? And that's just, unfortunately the way things are. Unhappy about that. But yeah, it's going to be very cold here tomorrow. Right now it's probably below freezing right now after dark. And it'll be extremely cold in the morning. It'll get down into the 20s, lower 20s. Monday, they've canceled school in the area, so there will be no school Monday. Tuesday, I think school will probably be delayed because Tuesday it'll still be below freezing. You don't want the buses running, the kids out having to wait outside for a bus, um, in the freezing cold. I'm thinking that they'll probably delay school on Tuesday and probably start at about 10 o'clock. It'll still be freezing at 9 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. So I get a 3-day weekend. I do plan on coming back tomorrow. Social Butterfly. Nicole says it's 46 where she's at. Just Kayla Boo. Hello, Kayla Boo. Thank you for coming by. Kayla Boo has got a wonderful channel, and she is over on the other side of the world, and it is early morning where she's at. Right now, if it's 8 o'clock here, it's probably about 9 o'clock in the morning there. It's, I think, 13 hours different where she's at. Thank you for stopping by, Holly Ivans. Appreciate you coming in. I am going to try to get out. My menu number 4 review, and I'm going to try to keep the time down. I'm afraid it's going to turn out to be closer to 20 minutes, but I'm going to try to keep it down. I edit as much as I can, but doing a ration review, it usually takes me a little while to do it. So I'll do the best I can to keep the time down on it, and I will enjoy it, and hopefully, it'll get several hundred views. My menu number 1 review got about 800 reviews. It's not what it used to be. I mean, my ration reviews, when I used to do them, would average over 1,000 views, and it's just hadn't been doing them. And right now I release a video and it gets like 50, 60 views. But a ration review gets several hundred. So, I mean, you need to stick with your bread and butter. It is what it is. So I will just tell you that you need to stay warm. A lot of people die freezing weather, especially if you get a power outage, the grid goes down or they do a brownout. You need to try to stay warm. Don't go out unprotected or, without the proper amount of clothing, and keep your face covered. Wear a thick coat, thick pants. Don't risk your life out in the freezing weather. You have several blankets on your bed. That's good. And usually sleeping is, you sleep well when it's cold. You sleep well when it's cold. So I still need to take my medication for night seat. I'll refill in the morning. Gotta refill in the morning. Everybody remember the Boy Scout motto, the Prepper motto is be prepared. And everybody, please have a blessed day, and hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow for another edition of Coffee Talk. I really enjoyed this one. It was a good one. Thank you so much. Stay warm, and I'll try to be back tomorrow evening for another watch my shorts. I've been putting out some really good shorts. I'm getting ready to put another one out on my puppy, my fur baby, Catfish. Bye-bye.